I don't own the rights to any of this music. I'm probably going to say that a few times on this live. Welcome to the 9 p.m. crypto analysis session. When we were live last time, we were talking about different structures and how they lined up. We were talking about some supply and demand, basic stuff. We were talking about some Fibonacci sequences. We also tied into how price and time lines up with these structures. Okay, so if you didn't tune into Tuesday's session, the last one that we were live, I do encourage you to go check it out. I will be tagging it in this one when I do post on YouTube. So thank you again. Welcome to Thursday night, 9 p.m. crypto session. So let's get started. We were analyzing Bitcoin, and I just kind of want to just show this chart because that's where we left off, was talking about these different structures, where they line up, right? And I'm going to just kind of get rid of the Fibonacci's now. I think I should go back to premium. I keep getting ads on the YouTube. All right, so I pointed out, actually, I think it was on the week when we went to and we started analyzing some things here. So I'll zoom this out a little bit. So there was some structure here that we were talking about, and we were just talking about these little different structures, right? That's what we were talking about. And each structure lines up with time and price. So let's get rid of all these patterns here. Okay. Okay, so now we have this bear market except for our supply and demand zones. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. Which one is it? It's in this one. So we'll take this fib time zone, okay? And this is what we were doing last time. So this time, what we're going to do is we're going to go from low to high, right? On the last session that we recorded, we went from high to low. So today we're going to go from low to high and see if we get anything different. It probably is going to be the same though. Okay, so there's a low. I'm going to come up to this high. There we go. Yep, she went there. Okay, so notice each of these lines line up. I'm going to actually white's better, yeah. So notice right here, this rejection off of here, right? You would have got in. We're on the week, remember? So that is a huge, huge drop. This time told us right here that we're going to get a drop, right? That's just time, right? Again, over here, it was telling us we have, what's it look like here? We basically have a hanging man, basically, right there. And she's ready to go up, right? And then over here, again, she told us that she was going to go up more, basically, because it landed right on this area here. Our next time is over here, letting us know that this candle was going to happen, right? So that's just time lining up with these structure zones. Okay, so let's go to price. Oops, I didn't want to click that. It's clicked on pick. So with our Fibonacci's, we're going to actually take them from low to high, just like we did time. All right, maybe I should stretch that out. Okay, so I went to this wick rejection here. I don't own the rights to this music. Okay. So if we come up here, or up here, come over here, look how this first jump brought us right past this 50, and then we had this rejection off the 618 right here, letting us know that she was going to come up here. We also had this slight rejection off the 382, which is the second best entry off these Fibonacci's. And then we just had this structure. Bitcoin likes to visit this 236, and it also likes to visit this 786 quite a bit. So we have, with this large rejection here off the supply, and then this structure set up here, right? So it is also the beginning of that harmonic, right, that we had here drawn. So let's move over to this area. Actually, we'll go, because we went from this area, we'll go down here now. So I'm going to highlight this area a bit better. Let's, actually, yeah, we'll use the right triangle. Okay. I'm just going to highlight this structure zone here. Okay. All right, so notice all of these rejections for one, and how this structure here is basically playing the 786. Now also notice that with this rejection here where we had the time line up, she's basically right off of that 786 as well, right? So that is basically us seeing that time and price line up right there. That's one, okay? X marks the spot too, basically. So then we saw this jump, we got in, right? Then we make it over here. So let's move another one over here. That didn't highlight. There we go. I didn't get it all the way here. And I don't need it that high. Whoops. It's gonna jump around, isn't it? There, that's high enough. I guess that'll work. Okay, so now notice I wanted to get this rejection in there. Let's see if I can move this down. There we go. Okay, so notice the rejection right here. She's just, the body is sitting right on this 618 here, right? And same with this one here. We have time and the number one Fibonacci zone lineup right here, letting us know, let's get into this market, basically, that it was going to continue up after the retest. That is significant, actually, with this 618 lineup here. That is very significant. We didn't get that going down the opposite way, changing our lines this way has really showed us that we have this lineup here with the 618 and time zones as well. So that's significant. So then it takes us back up to right back into this zone, basically. We have the rejection off of this guy here. That's all the way up right here, basically. But I'm analyzing this just a little bit for you because it doesn't, we're looking at the times, right? And the Fibonacci's, but because this is a little bit of structure here and it's kind of after and before this drop, we should just kind of have a look here. So with this large rejection, we would have seen that. And because she's on a week, we would have probably seen something on some lower time frames for this drop here. And that also makes sense. The lower time frames set up for many different patterns that we found back in November including this this large harmonic here, right? So that's why this drop happened. And that would bring us down to really this little structure here, right here. You can see she bounced around between the 3-2 and the 50. She bounced around, but we had this large rejection here off of the 618. Now, if you had seen that rejection happening, you could have took a small bag here and got out like at the 382, right? But you have to be an experienced trader to get that type of a move. Even though it is weak, you can get stuck in consolidation for a while and really either lose your money or blow an account. It happens, right? So let's go down to this next structure here, where the next time zone is. So I'm just going to highlight from there. Right to there. Okay. So now we have this area. Bring this up just a tiny bit. And we see that Bitcoin again is back down at this 786, which it loves. We have a lot of rejection happening, including this guy here. We have it rejecting, well, it pushed through the 618 and all the way to the 50. Then it rejected at the 50. We have this guy right here that rejected the 50. So we have two rejections of the 50 here. I would have taken the second rejection, telling me, okay, I don't think she's going to go up. And if she does, she'll go up briefly and that's it. That's what this one would have told me right there, including with this one right next to it. We had a lot of stuff happening in this area to signify on the week to let us know that, yeah, we might get a small little jump up to enter off the 50, right? And that's why this time lined up right here, I do believe, is because it was seeing that we needed to just have this small move here, right? So let's just measure this move, actually. I just want to take a peek here. So even that little move here would have collected you almost 10,000 pips, guys. That's like 92.97, right? That's a lot of pips just for these two candles here, right? And when this happened, I found this harmonic. We'll just measure the area. If you've been on my sessions before, we go like this. Our 50 is in the center, right? There's our harmonic. Let's erase that now because that's just too much lines now. So we know that's a harmonic. And that's why she dropped at the 50. Okay, she wasn't going to go up. We got the reversal right off of this doji, and she dropped and continued to drop. If you had got in at this harmonic right there, most of you probably would have got out at the supply in this level right there, right? You probably would have got out there, which is 18,000 pips. Okay, still that's quite a bit. That's quite a bit. Let's bring it in more because it's, you would have held to that wick. It's actually to that wick here where my cross is. That's 21,000 pips actually. So you guys would have got out there probably, and you guys wouldn't have seen this probably unless you're taking a look. You would have seen this candle there, and you would have got back in, even to take that there. That entire move was almost 30,000 pips, guys. That's a lot if you had caught it here, right? Crypto, you can find these patterns on here quite a bit, right? It happens. And with time and price lineup, it just solidifies a lot of your trading potential, right? See, we have the bullish momentum still going, but and I do believe a few weeks ago I said she was going to come back into this supply. She hasn't quite made it there, but she is moving up. Erythium did. It came back into that supply area. Yeah, the supply is right in this area here, where these in between these two red lines, basically, is where the supply is. So she came back into this area, but then kind of broke the resistance again right there. So we even had that magic entry off of here. I don't own the rights to any of this music. All right, so let's go back over here. Okay, so I'm gonna just kind of bring this. I was gonna delete something, but I wasn't. Okay, so and then how you would set the next time is you'd have to wait. You'd have to wait until well, you could set it, but it's not going to be so accurate. You can kind of guess where the market's going to possibly go. Possibly. Let's because we only have the one left here. So the market's probably just going to probably do this, and then we might see something happen right here, right? Just like we have in previous times. So we can only guess that she's going to do something. She might even just go straight across over to here, right, and do something, but just got to wait until she hits this time line up here. And that's really where that's market's going to do something specifically, because we've already noticed. And what I've been taught on a different platform, basically where I learned my education, is that's exactly what we got to do. We got to line up time and price, right? That's how you get so accurate. So we see where it's lined up, and we can kind of give us an estimate of where this market's going to turn around for us here, right, on the week. We can go to the lower time frames. Let's go down to the hour and see what that does for us. All right, that's really all we got here on the hour. So let's go from, I'm gonna highlight an area here. Let's go from this area. We'll measure this area up here, okay? Oh, this area here. All right. Okay, so let's take our time zone, and we're gonna come from this guy here, right there, and we'll come up to the high, like we did last time. Okay, so this is on the hour. Now, let's grab our price, and we will do the same. Come up to the hour. Now we'll just fan this out a little bit. All right, so basically we come over here and we can see how this market kind of did all this movement along these fib zones here. There's a lot of rejection going on in these different areas. And we have a rejection off the 50 here. We have rejection almost off the 382 here. We did right here. We also have this large rejection off the 786 right here. And then if we move up here, we have 236 rejection. And she's just kind of moved around, right? Quite a bit until she hit this first area here. But we can see that it's doing the same thing, right? Look, it gave us, you would have entered right here and you just would have set your stop loss a little bit higher because this one gave us a stop hunt, looks like right here. So you would have had to just set your stop loss a little bit bigger, probably 3, maybe 4, maybe 500 pips, right? And then just go from there because you got to give it some breathing room on these, some of these moves, because the stop hunt, the banks are going to move the market in the direction that you don't want it to go, right? Some of the time. So you just got to prepare for it. And once you're prepared, then you're fine. So you would have maybe got in here off the time, right, for the sell, and you would have went into profit right here, right? But most of us would have probably just stayed in and waited for this entire drop, right? So basically, if you got in it right here or on this time zone and you waited, let's see if you took it there. See, that's even 542 pips, right? Just at this little drop here. Now, if you had waited, $4,179 pips just for that drop, right? That was a nice drop. I do believe I caught that drop, and I do also believe that I may even given that trade. I've given a few trades out on these on some of these drops on Bitcoin. So I don't think it's going to be around for long, but she's been really playing around. Like, she's been up and down, up and down, up and down. Like, it really doesn't know what it wants to do, basically. I do know that the economy is really balancing itself back out, and we may not even get no market crash, but People are still expecting it. We'll just have to wait and see, right? We'll just have to wait and see. So that's the hour. We can see where all this stuff lines up, right? So I'm waiting. She might just go sideways and then make a decision right here, like I said. Right. So that's what I'm looking for on Bitcoin. Let's come over to Ethereum here. I don't own the rights to any of this music. Okay, so I'm just going to get rid of these indicators here. BCC indicators. Okay. Oh, we can leave that one on. That one doesn't. Get rid of this guy. Okay. All right, so we're on the week here. Time is running out. We got 10 minutes left. Just want to quickly check to see what's going on in the chats. Oh, okay. So basically, we're going to basically do the same thing over here very quickly in 10 minutes. Okay, so I got to bring this down more. Otherwise, it's going to... Okay, so we'll come up here. And do that. Grab another one. There, so that's what we're measuring here now. Oops. Okay. Now we're gonna grab our fib time zones like we did. And we're gonna come over here from this area right here. And we're gonna bring it to the top.
Yeah, stinky butts.
Okay. There we go. Now this market is a little bit slower or a little bit lower. You can see that we don't have a whole lot more than we do like on Bitcoin here on the week. Let's jump back up here. It zoomed in too much. Okay. So you can see that this market is much more wider, right, on the week. It's got lots more movement going on. Like this one, not quite filling in all the way. So this one's a little bit shorter. All right, so now we're going to come over here again and we're going to grab our fib retracement, which is our price. Come from the same area. Go. All right. So now you can kind of see on Ethereum how she's set up, right? It's basically similar. We can see with all this movement, she gave us all these significant movements off of the fibs like Bitcoin did. And then she made her way to the top here, which gave us time and price lineup right at the top here, basically, because that's where we set it up, right? That's the first significant one. It always happens that way because of the way we've lined it up. So, and then the second one, we can clearly see that she lined up all by herself right here for this jump up back to the supply, right? These things are very, very accurate. Time and price, very accurate. So now back over here, we can see that she rejected off the 382, gave us a solid entry. Also the sell for the profit trend, right? She gave us the sell for the profit trend right here for this drop. I wanted to know if she lined up for the other one as well. Yeah, see, it was a magic entry as well off Ethereum right here. We also had the magic entry at the bottom to take it up back to the supply. For those who tune in on YouTube and you're wondering what magic entries and profit trends are, they are built in to our community. And you get access to them only when you join BCC. Alrighty, so we have 5 minutes remaining of the session, a little over. So on here again, we also had the harmonic right here. We had a significant sign telling us that she was going to drop here. We have that also the head and shoulders, just like on Bitcoin. We also had that smaller harmonic letting us know that this was dropping. Very similar movements on both of these different pairs. But I do believe that because they're both crypto, that's why they move similar. And I've mentioned this several times on a few of my sessions that Bitcoin and Ethereum move similar, but there are two others that I've been watching, and that's XRP and XLM, right? Those two, they don't move like these other two. They never broke the supply down. They stayed level, and then they started going up. Now, I don't know if they're still going up. I haven't looked at them in the last week or so, so I'm gonna just take a peek quickly. Actually, let's see what they're at. What are they sitting at? 34. She did go back almost to the supply here. Okay. What about XLM? Let's take a peek here. XLM, USD. Back to supply again. So if you guys don't know what these two are, and you tune into the session on YouTube, XLM and XRP are both cryptos, but like I mentioned previously on a few of my sessions, they are attached to tangible assets. Okay, so they're going to be sticking around no matter what. They're attached to gold and silver. So back to Bitcoin. I'm going to just delete everything here now. Okay. And I'm going to come down to the hour. Actually, I'm going to come down to the 4 hour, actually. 4 hour. We have 2 minutes left. Okay. Yeah, see, she's gonna, we have this clear uptrend right now going on, but we have this rejection off of this area right now. Like it's playing this area. You can see that the market has moved sideways, right? It's moved sideways in this little area here. We have just over a minute left. Thank you guys for tuning in to the session tonight. Okay, so yeah, we have a movement going this way, but I do believe because she's rejected this area, kind of just moving sideways, she might just go sideways more. Like I said, she's going to hit that time zone and then we're going to see something. Okay. That's what we're going to see is we're going to have to wait for her to hit that time zone area so that we can possibly get into this market. I'm patient. I hope you guys are. Patience pays. Okay. Patience pays. Just remember that. So with that uptrend, I'd like to just say again, thank you guys for tuning in. And we have a nice little channel going on here too. Right, and